That's right. It's time for Von Business rule number 4. Communication. What is this? Oh, it's a smartphone. But let's just think about that word for a second. Smartphone. It's a phone. And the reason why I'm emphasizing it in such a manner is that as technology progresses, we lose sight of the element of human communication. Talking to people, like I am to you right now. Talking to people on the phone or face to face adds a third dimension to the communication component. When you send an SMS text message, when you send an MMS text message, or picture message, or an emoji, or an email, if you send anything other than your voice or your face to face, you are losing something. You're losing body language, you're losing inflection, you're losing the emotional component other than doing angry face, angry face, angry face emoji. And I'll tell you right now, I can recall many years ago, my daughter and 3 of her little girlfriends were sitting at the dinner table, and they were all just kind of feverishly away, just banging away on their phones. And I stopped them all right there, right in the middle of what they were doing. I said, you guys can talk to one another. You don't have to text back and forth or whatever. And of course they giggled because they weren't actually texting one another across the table. They were talking to boys. But anyway, my point was still valid, is that talking to people, we didn't have these things. We had, beepers at the best. We had, if you go far enough back, you got rotary phones. I mean, we had to remember the numbers and dial them. Before, you had to do an area code. You could just dial 7 numbers. I can tell you right now that a lot has been lost. For all that we've gained in the technological advancements of all the cool things you can do on the phone, I could do. I could check the weather radar and see where there's earthquakes in the world, and watch YouTube videos and read my email. But you know what else I can do? I can call my mom. I can call my dad. I can tell him I love him. Or I can call my boss, tell him, hey boss, I finished that report you asked for, it's in your inbox. Or whatever. And he hears it in my voice that I'm being sincere. And he hears it in my voice that, I'm giving him valuable information, not just a send, which has no inflection whatsoever. It's two-dimensional. It's sterile. I'd much rather go see a doctor where they actually ask you questions and care about your health and your well-being than just look at a kiosk and say, I have a fever, I have a tummy ache, I have a this, where essentially it's the same thing. You have lost the humanity and the communication component of something that is very important to us as humans, which is the ability to communicate. So, as I get off my soapbox, I'll leave you with my final rule number 4 for communicate. It's called communication for Von Business. Talk to people. Pick up the phone. Make that your first option, not your last option. Don't get into 10 email reply threads before you bother to pick up the phone and talk to somebody. After you get after 1 or 2, just pick up the phone and talk, and then send an email that says, just to confirm what we just discussed, blah. And then, do it that way. So, I digress. But I hope this means something good to you, that you understand that I'm trying to give you a nugget of wisdom that, in my experience, has always worked out well. I actually used to do that. I used to get in email battles with people where, 25 threads long emails where he said this and I said that. No, I said that. And all it did was served no purpose whatsoever when all I needed to do was pick up the phone or stand up and walk 100 yards and talk to the guy face to face. You should try it too. You'll get a lot more benefit out of it. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends about me, and I'll try and provide as many of these nuggets of wisdom, whether they are business related or technology related, as possible, for as long as I can. Hope you like them. Thanks again. Bye.